with the terrorism. Now, end of the war, the economic policy of the economic policy of 2005 became more realistic. I was watching a program on one of these English television channels last night. It was amazing. The gentleman who was presenting his thought on the program was trying to explain how much of opportunities that is there in Sri Lanka to explore for time to come. Now, if you take our tourism industry, 3 days back I was invited by another organization to make a presentation, and I was talking to the manager of one of these 5-star hotels in Colombo. Occupancy is 100%. And if you look at the coastal belt, fully occupied. You see, the tourism industry can be a promising industry to time to come. The agriculture, the services, and small industry sector can have a better future. Therefore, answering your question, what kind of economic policy that we need? We need economic policy to take care, as we have been taking care of 2005, to cover the entire economic sectors in the country, which are vital.
Okay, Doctor. And then again, going back to the point you said about how it is a recession-proof economy, even in the face of the financial crisis, you were talking about the monitoring role of the central bank and the collateral scheme. So, are these reasons why it was also economic proof, a recession-proof to some extent? Because we know that many countries were affected. So, to what extent the government can take credit to absorbing this impact, or is it because of policies that was adopted even before 2005?
No, you see, the issue till 2005, we had different forms of open economic policy. From 1977 to 1989, we had the first era of open economic policy. That was initially prescribed by His Excellency, the former President, George Ayubowan. And from 1989 to 1994, we had another wave of open economic policy under His Excellency, the President, Ranasinghe Premadasa. And you may recall, 1994, that was the argument that we need a human face, right? The open economy should continue, open economic policy should continue, but within which we need a human face. Therefore, that is the third wave of open economic policy. And in 2002, when Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe became the Prime Minister, we had another wave of open economic policy that was prescribed by the policy document known as Regaining Sri Lanka. That was a more liberal, more into the open economic policy which was described in 1977 to reduce the size of the state by 50%. Now, for example, the public service was the key target. The public sector should be slashed by 50%. Right? And 2005, it was made mandatory. Yeah, you take care of your open economic policy, but the taking care of the local economy and the needs and aspirations of the Sri Lankan became the first. Now, if you read through the policy prescribed in Mahinda Chintana program, you would see it is indeed a different direction to the Sri Lankan economy. Now, moving from 2005 onwards, what we have achieved, even at the managing the global financial crisis, and we should not forget that there was a food crisis in the world. Price of the barrel of crude oil went up to $148, and the local economy became weakened. Global institutions became weakened because the main funding countries affected by the global financial crisis. With all these difficulties, on the other hand, we had this the ongoing the war. Therefore, I would say, not because of anything, that is because of the able leadership. His Excellency the Mahinda Rajapaksa became instrumental of taking care of all the crises that became apparent in this small piece of land in the global earth.
Yes, Doctor. We are speaking to Dr. Ranjith Bandara from the Colombo University Economics Department, and he just explained to us the 4 phases of the open economic policy, starting from 1977, and then economic policy with the human phase, and then under Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, the regaining Sri Lanka, it was more open liberal policy, and then he's mentioned to us the turning point was 2005, and in that context what achievements have been reached under the able leadership of the President Mahinda Rajapaksa, and that in terms of managing not only the financial crisis, food crisis, and the weakening of the global institutions, and also in that context being able to have very positive macroeconomic indexes as well, and the importance in though the open economic policy was sustained, relying also on the local economy. So we will start talking, Doctor, about the development projects that has been launched. Just before that, we will take a break and we'll be back with you shortly. Stay with us.
Fashion is an expression of attitude. I know now that those things are growing in Sri Lanka. Mistake. It could be something that you try out.
You need to get your eye pressure checked.
Life really classy.
I was really, really bored.
I never knew how to make a cake or anything. How to do things the right way when it comes to making food. Now I'm sitting here, I don't know what is happening to the cake. I love them so much.
In style, the classy style.
Welcome back. We are speaking to Dr. Ranjith Bandara from the Economics Department of the Colombo University. So, Doctor, continuing from where we stopped, what are the development projects that has been launched in the past years, and what is the development strategy that is going to unfold and is unfolding?
Now, that has been the key concern, that Sri Lanka, unlike other countries in our region, not developed its infrastructure to accommodate the global opportunities.